A man who suffers before it is necessary suffers more than is necessary, meaning we just cannot afford to suffer because of one another's ignorance, arrogance, pride, envy, jealousy, ego, competition, and conformity. Because as a society, we must definitely and we should also be at all times, under all circumstances and situations, treat one another individually and societally with absolute respect, character, integrity, morality, equality, justice, fairness, and all the other virtues that are basically there in the human nature must also always be developed, and they must also always prevail not only in our individual treatments with ourselves but also in our societal, outside, external interactions, exchanges, encounters, communications, relationships with one another in one way or another. Then only we're going to basically prevail and sustain and grow as a society, as humankind, as humanity. Otherwise, we're going to perish, fade, vanish ourselves because of our own hatred, corruption, envy, ego, jealousy towards one another, and also because of our inability, undesirability, or unwillingness to treat one another's basically with respect, kindness, understanding, character, morality, sovereignty, and also because of our inability to appreciate, respect, approve of one another's success, fame, admiration, etc. And we also cannot afford to suffer before it is necessary. Now, when suffering becomes necessary, inevitable, unavoidable because of the universe and also because of the want of the cosmos and circumstances and situations, then we should definitely suffer because suffering ultimately is only going to contribute to our growth, learning, progress, improvement of ability, talent, faculty, etc. Suffering is only going to improve us and enhance us and better us and rectify us in our abilities, talents, skills, knowledge, and essentially everything else that we are and that we basically develop, cultivate, and grow through decades of hard work, dedication, ambition, desire, consistency, persistence, perseverance, resilience, etc. But we cannot afford to suffer before suffering becomes inevitable, necessary, fundamental, critical for our growth, progress, learning, as well as for our success, education, fame, admiration, etc. Because the moment we suffer unnecessarily because of the others or because of our ignorance, arrogance, incapacity, incapability, shortcoming, etc., then we also are going to suffer more than is necessary because of our refusal to seek rectification, improvement, betterment to our inabilities, shortcomings, deficiencies, disadvantages, etc. And when we suffer before it is necessary, we ultimately suffer more than is necessary for growth, progress, learning, education,